Listen to the show and peep what these dudes bring. If you didn't know, it's an orange and blue thing. Hope to win the championship and a few rings. We're talking baseball. It's an orange and blue thing. Walk off if the game's tied like shoestrings. It's a Mets podcast, orange and blue thing. Beat the other team with defense and a few swings. LFGM, it's an orange and blue thing.
It would help if I turn the microphones on. Happy Monday, Mets fans. How you doing? Orange and blue thing. Back at you. Another week in the books for the Mets. The New York Mets are still in first place, and it is almost the end of June. I had to look at my watch for that just to make sure. It is June 21st, 2021, and the Mets are still in first place. We know June is usually a rough month for them. They didn't do that great down in D.C. this past weekend, but it is what it is. They're back in Queens today, off to start another hectic week for the Mets.
Ooh.
2 more games today. Then they're playing obviously tomorrow and Wednesday. Day off on Thursday. Doubleheader Friday. Citi Field Saturday. Citi Field Sunday. DC Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Next week they're in Atlanta. They're going to DC for a day on their way to make up a game.
Stupid.
Yeah, it is. Well, they got to get these games in, and that's what it takes. But anyway, today, first day of summer.
Love that.
I left just a little bit ago from Amelia's kindergarten graduation show.
Aww.
And the principal started off and he said, listen, this year was obviously very strange. They usually start this in April to practice. So it was only 6 minutes long. Because how much are these kids going to really memorize and remember
a lot.
In a month, since they've only been allowed to take their masks off and go outside and start practicing with the music teacher. But it was cute. So I guess there's 6 kindergarten classes, and each class wore different.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 6 or 5 wore a different colored T-shirt, and they came out, did the Pledge of Allegiance, they did the little song, and it was fun. So
that's cute.
I know you were talking about going to the beach today. It's not really a beach day.
No, it's not. I thought it was going to be this tomorrow, and it was supposed to be sunny today, but it's fine. It worked out, so I'm not going to the beach. So
it's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
You know what? I didn't even notice until today, and we've been doing the show together this season for 17 weeks now.
Oh no!
Not only is Port 3 excellent, and my voice sounds spectacular, but the weather is on the screen here. I never even noticed that until just now.
How can you
Doppler Darren not even know?
Not even know your own powers.
I don't know.
Right in front of your
but
face.
I think that's wrong. It says 86 and partly sunny. Is that true? I know it's humid.
It's humid. I don't know if it's 86.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. So the Mets are 36 and 29, still in first place. Still 7 games over 500 like they were last Monday, so they haven't lost any ground.
This week scares me.
This week does scare me, mainly because of deGrom.
Right. I feel like this is the turning point of, is this going to be a June we make it through, or is the June just going to June the hell out this last week? I'm not sure.
Well, no matter what happens, I don't want to see it happen, but no matter what happens this week, they're still going to have a winning June record, I believe.
Right.
But still 4 games up over Philly. So, the good thing is they didn't lose any ground this past week, even though this weekend was kind of a bummer besides Lindor.
Literally, I honestly don't even care about the last 2 games just because of how satisfying it was to watch Lindor get 5 RBIs, hit 2 home runs the day of that stupid tweet from the Nationals account. We'll talk about it. But
yeah, the Nationals kind of, did it to themselves there. They tried to, basically, if you didn't see it, they tried to troll the Mets and Lindor specifically, saying who's the better shortstop in the league, and then Lindor went out and just smoked him on it. He won the game on his own. Within minutes
of the tweet was when his first home run was hit, and it was just very. It almost seemed there's a kid in high school who tries to make a jab at you, and then you own them back, and then they get so defensive they just keep insulting you because they don't know what else to do with themselves. That's what the Nationals did all weekend. They just kept making these direct attack at the Mets. It's bro, we're in first place.
Right.
We don't care that you won a World Series 2 years ago. Congratulations. No one even remembers it because the Astros cheated, then the world fell apart. But congrats. That's great for you. Wish I had one. No doubt.
And Scherzer's probably going to be a Met next month.
But it was so bizarre, especially because I also saw some Nationals fans, even Nationals fans love to say oh, the Mets are the little brother of New York or whatever. It's but you know how silly you look attacking the team that's in first place completely baselessly. It's not even you're in second, you're right on our tails. I don't know. It was just so stupid. And okay. I think we're gonna do something now.
Well, yeah, because I wanted to bring something up because This is a photo of you holding a trash can. If you're not watching,
This is from 2015. This is
2015. But don't they call you the trash can girl or something like that?
No, okay. This is actually kind of a funny story. So this was that series. It was like end of July, early August. The week we got Cespedes right after the Wilmer Flores crying game. It was like we swept this series to go into first place. So it was that game when we were going for the sweep. So we brought a broom. We had a sign that said "Sweep the Trashionals," and that was the trash can with the Trashionals in it. Whatever. It was punny.
But don't the Nationals fans call you something?
Yeah. So I found out like this past year, like someone tagged me in it, and some guy I think his @ is like at the Natadude, and like we actually started following each other.
Natitude,
but it's Natadude.
Oh god.
Yeah. But no, he's a very nice guy. We became friendly.
Does he have a dog in his profile?
No, don't worry, it's good. But no, he's funny, and so he posted that picture. He's like, just stumbled upon this. Like, who knew Hot Mets trash can girl was right all along? And then everyone just started calling me Hot Mets trash can girl, and apparently that was a thing amongst Nationals fans when that happened. They all like roasted me. They hated it. They all abused me, calling me Hot Mets trash can girl the entire time. But now they have all seen the light and realized that every single person in that trash can is in fact trash. We've all found common ground. I'm friends with the guy now. It's fine.
Yeah, if you're listening afterwards and can't say it, maybe Google trash can girl, hot trash can girl. It might come up. But it's Harper and Papelbon. Who else was in there?
Jason Worth.
Worthless.
Yes.
I didn't write this on our rundown here, but I want to bring this up now that we brought up your photo here. I saw something, again, no one here cares about motocross, but I saw something this weekend that was a really smart idea by one of the riders. They're trying to they're always wearing their helmets. Maybe they're not that from other fans that watch the races don't know who these guys are. So they're trying to become more like out there on social media. So this one young star, he had a great idea, which worked this past weekend. They said it was a sign contest, which I think we might be able to adopt basically from Jet Lawrence, if you guys even care about that. But he put up, hey, I want to see your support this weekend at the race. The best sign of the weekend, I'm going to give my jersey to and sign it.
Oh, that's sick.
And if it makes the broadcast, they get brownie points or good bonus points. So I think you've brought a lot of signs to games. I've famously brought a couple signs to games as well. Don't Trade Reyes, Mark Cuban, please help. A few different ones that I've brought throughout the years. Misery Loves Company.
Yeah. It's been a while since
Win or lose, we still booze. I've had a bunch of signs over the years, but I think what would be a cool idea. You know what I used to do with the right in the beginning with the Don't Trade Reyes signs?
Yeah.
Do you remember what I was doing?
Didn't you?
If you would make one and bring it to a game and took a picture and showed us, I would mail you something for free.
I wish I knew that because I came to the Don't Trade Reyes rally that you had on the shape. Oh, okay, no, I was not old enough to travel yet.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was only away games. Like let's say the Mets are playing in Colorado or whatever. You'd go to Colorado, you bring a Don't Trade Reyes sign. If it made the broadcast, I don't think it even mattered if it made the broadcast. But if there was a photo of it shown where like having it in the ballpark, cool. I think I mailed them like a free shirt or something. Yeah. So I think what I want to do here, because we try to do bench mob player of the week, I hit up Joe DeMeo and he says pretty much the bench mob sucked this week.
Right.
So you can't pick one.
Great.
So
show us your best sign.
I think make a sign, go to the game and shoot us a photo, maybe at us or at Orange and Blue thing that you brought a cool sign to the game, whether it's clever, witty, whatever, artistic. We'll just decide.
But don't make it like corny about us.
No, nothing about us.
It has to be about the Mets.
Positive about the Mets. Yeah. Maybe if you want to throw in, whatever, just tag us in a photo that you brought it to a game. It can be a home game. It can be an away game. If it makes the broadcast, then we'll definitely send you something. So a new Orange and Blue thing like giveaway.
That's good. And I feel like we're good judges for this because we're both sign experts. A lot of my signs have gotten on TV. We used to do the bats for Harvey. Each bat would say like a different word. I'm trying to think of any of them right now. But it was when his first start back from Tommy John, I'm pretty sure it said like Gotham missed you or something, like whatever. They would always get on TV.
But you've made the ones where it's like each one of you guys were holding a different piece of the sign.
Yeah,
it's
the bats. Yeah, each one of us would hold a different bat. Each bat would say a different word.
Yeah. I thought it said the Dark Knight Will Rise or something like that.
There was several, so I'm sure that was one of them. Oh, the Dark Knight Rises, I think, was when we went down in DC when that was his first start. But yeah, there was a bunch. So I like this idea.
Cool.
I haven't made a sign.
It starts
in
today.
years.
So if you're going to the game at 5:00, deGrom's on the hill at 5:10. Make a sign if you got a few. You know what I had to. I used to buy I still have them in the basement. I have a box that says like sign supplies. And it was stencils for all different letters that I needed, numbers and stuff. And then I would trace them and fill them in. It took forever.
Oh, I ended up keeping like one bat. So each time I made bats, I would just trace it. Because after the first time, I was like, why did I throw them away?
So
that was so
stupid. People chiming in the comments here. They said hot trash fan girl, Hot trash can girl is a little too long for the back of a jersey. And then we're getting some people checking in. So let us know where you're watching from. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. And this also goes up afterwards as a podcast. So if you're listening after, we appreciate that as well.
Side note, I need to give Nationals fans credit on that nickname because it's the perfect backhanded compliment. They're literally calling me hot trash.
Yeah.
Like, it's genius. So it's awesome. I embrace it.
Yeah, so let us know. So we got Eddie checking in from Virginia. We got Kevin from Seattle. Good morning to you. We got Sunny in Portland, Oregon. So we're trying to fill the map in here. Toronto again from Jesse Moser up there. So yeah, we love checking in with you guys and especially reading in the comments here. Lucho says Lucho says he's in Florida. So Lucho down in Florida, maybe celebrating Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day, Lucho.
Belated to Lucho and all the other dads out there.
Yes. How was your Father's Day?
Started off a little weird, not weird, but disappointing. We were supposed to go to Queens, and then Amelia was, for the past couple of days, she had a cough. This is the last week of school, obviously. We wanted to make sure she was like good to go for today.
Right.
Saturday night, the night before Father's Day, she like was coughing. She didn't wake up, but she was like coughing through the night.
Yeah.
And then we took her temperature yesterday. She had like 100 degree temperature.
Oh, no.
So I had to call my dad in the morning. I'm like, listen, we're not going to come.
Yeah.
But she bounced back. We gave her Tylenol, and then she seemed fine by like noon.
Right.
So we just hung out in the yard, watched the game.
That's nice.
Took a little dip in the pool. But yeah, last week of school, want to make sure she like didn't miss anything.
Absolutely, can't miss kindergarten graduation.
Yeah. So what'd you do? Anything special?
Just went to my parents' house, saw my dad. My mom made lasagna. It's always a fun day. Just played some games, did some backyard drinking. They got all new patio furniture that they were so excited to use. So it was nice. But it's funny. So Erica, my roommate, you know Erica.
I do.
She's a preschool teacher, and she had graduation today. And apparently a fight broke out among the parents at a preschool graduation.
Over what?
They were like waiting in line to go take pictures with the teachers on the stage, and one of the parents was outraged that there was a line and started like attacking one of the other parents. Just wild. So parents out there, calm the hell down.
Especially like
preschool graduation.
If we have any teachers checking in the comments, we appreciate you.
Shout out to Erica. She put her heart and soul into this graduation day. I feel so bad.
Well, I was thinking too today, like no one mentioned the teachers today. Like I guess it was like it was kind of a short assembly, but like the principal went up. He did a phenomenal job this whole year. The principal was great. He was dressing up as an elf. He did like a bunch of different stuff throughout the year, to get the kids' spirits up. But the teachers this year, what a relief for them to have this year finally be over, because the remote learning and the mask wearing and everything else they've had to go through this year.
There was no consistency.
Crazy.
It was just so many changing parts and whatever. God bless teachers.
Well, let's talk about consistency here, because we will go back to
segue. Let's get back to baseball.
100% out of nowhere.
I know.
Last week we saw that, other states were 100% like for a while, but out of nowhere last week, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday, they announced, I first saw the Yankees.
Yeah.
Because we have our little group chat.
Right.
And we were talking about, hey, the Yankees are now 100%. Looks like the Mets might be doing 100% soon as well. And now it's like the gloves are off. 2 months ago, we were both sitting here like, follow the rules.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Don't do that.
I didn't think we were going to be allowed
I was freaking out about zip ties, and now it's like, whatever, just show up.
Free for all. But, that obviously came after Cuomo said, okay, outdoor sporting events can go back to 100% capacity. And like within a day, the Yankees were like, okay, we're doing it. And then Mets were like, okay, we'll do it too. But again, like you said, it's whatever.
Well, it was so difficult. I think the reason why the Yankees were away at that point, the Mets were home. So they couldn't just flip the switch the next day. That's why it's like, all right, next homestand, which is today at Citi Field, is 100%. No vaccinations needed, no testing needed.
Right.
And it's like back to normal. Like out of nowhere, back to normal.
It's so strange. And like,
I haven't worn a mask in I don't know how long.
I always bring one with me when I'm walking into a store.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah, because I don't know. I do have like I don't know if I talked about it with you or whatever, but I have a few like elderly clients who I go walk the dogs in their home, so I'll always wear one around them to be safe. But like, other than I was like really like.
Yeah, whatever.
It was good. It sounded great.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So it's weird. COVID is, I'm not going to say COVID's over because it's not. And I do still personally know people who have COVID who are very sick with COVID and whatever. It's still there.
Yeah, we're not trying to be insensitive. We're saying like for the most part, it seems like most places you go, it's done.
The restrictions are done, which is basically what Cuomo said. There were fireworks last Tuesday because of it, because it's all whatever.
And the parade's coming. The first responder
Has that
parade.
been made?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
De Blasio, that clown, came out and announced that they are having the parade. It's for first responders and grocery store workers. And I don't know how they're selecting who can be in it.
Yeah, but I'm glad they're including grocery store workers.
Let me look it
They
up.
were the real MVPs.
I think it's like the 7th. Like it's soon.
Really?
I think it's coming up July 7th, I think. Maybe actually, you know what? Instead of me spending time on that, fact checkers, let us know.
Yeah, fact checkers, let us know when the first responders.
I think it's on the 7th. It's coming up pretty soon. But yeah, we're friends with a lot of nurses and first responders and everyone else that did their part because, it's easy to say. I mean, I tried to do this like once a month throughout the whole pandemic. I'd write a tweet like, just a reminder, let's remember why we're at where we're, why we are where we're at this point in our lives is because of everyone who put their lives on the line. And we know some people, specifically a man close to a friend of us that passed away. Their dad passed away and from working in a hospital and then battling this, that's not where he contracted it, but you know what I mean, like it's so many people that we know
and that was
were directly affected. But as we go to Citi Field tonight or go to Citi Field tomorrow, let's remember the reason why we're at 100% this quickly and ahead of what we even maybe thought is because of everyone else that did their jobs and we're so heroic at it because I can't picture being put in that position.
Me either, but you know what? And I don't know.
I don't want to get like graphic here, but like I've like family members who are like very direct. Whatever. We don't have to get too into it. It's just like crazy to think about, like putting yourself in that position.
I can't even. There was some like I remember
July 7th. There we go.
Perfect. When
Thanks,
Katie,
Diane.
my best friend, was in the thick of it, and she was a COVID nurse, and her entire unit was changed for COVID patients or whatever. And I just remember like having to FaceTime her. I would stay up all night when she was working in case she needed to just call me and cry. It was awful. So Katie, I love you. I also know Katie is like, you cannot pay me to be in that parade because I still don't want to be around that many people. So again, I get it, but she definitely deserves a parade. So
absolutely. The next parade that I will go to Manhattan is going to be sometime around November 6th. And I'm hoping that the 7-line truck is in it.
Oh my God, it has to be. It has to be. That's so wonderful. How long have you been thinking about that?
Since I bought it. Sitting in the back of that thing singing like
Aaron Carter.
Oh my God. No, but you know what? I already thought about it. I want to get the roof reinforced and I want to put removable railings around the top.
Heck yeah.
So like Pete Alonso, whoever else wants to be on the top can be on the top.
On the 7-line
and
truck.
I'll drive it.
Get David Wright's brothers back on top.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, that would be fun. I got to talk to Uncle Stevie about that.
Call your friend Steve Cohen and
I'll
put some feelers out there.
I'll shoot a text later to see if we can make it happen. But anyway, so some other stuff that's coming up is the All-Star game.
Yes.
July 13th. It's nuts because after this Thursday, like we talked about this crazy week, the Mets are not off again until the All-Star break.
Wow.
So they're traveling, they're doing this whole road trip, then they're coming back, then we're playing the Pirates next weekend, then we're going to go to Pittsburgh with the group, and that's the final weekend before the All-Star break. So the Mets are on full throttle.
I have a question for you. If deGrom survives the next 2 weeks or so, obviously he's earned to start the All-Star game, but do you think he will? Will he play? Do you want him to play?
I think he will because they only play like an inning or two anyway.
I know.
And like the other night, he wasn't full. He's saying he wasn't full strength or whatever. He knew something was wrong, and he still struck out 8 or 9 guys.
I know.
But I'm very.
But is it worth it? I mean,
nervous about Jacob deGrom.
I know. And it's I want him to have the honor of starting it, but like I'm also like, oh my God, if Jacob deGrom hurts himself seriously playing in an All-Star game that means nothing, I'll jump off a bridge.
Well,
so
do you know the account Put It in the Podcast? I think it's called.
Yes.
So I don't know if they still have the podcast, but they still have a Twitter account. And earlier today, they wrote something about like, I'm really nervous about deGrom, and I said, yeah, me too. Yeah. But on Friday when he got pulled again, was it Friday? I think it was on Friday. Whatever. His last start when he got pulled. Wednesday?
Yeah, today's Monday.
Today is Monday. Yeah,
so
okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
So on Wednesday, whatever, when he got pulled, I re-upped our Twitter poll because last week, remember we asked like, oh, how
are you nervous about
you?
Yeah.
And you shouldn't look at the responses. Right. I want you to see. I don't know if you checked.
I'm gonna look away. No, I didn't. I'll look away.
But last week when I said, what's your level of concern? Panic City, whatever. Slightly concerned won at 44.1%.
Right.
And then right after he got pulled or pulled himself from the game, I re-upped it and I said, how about now? Panic City, or he'll be fine. And he'll be fine won with 57.4%.
Really? Well, that's because you split up all the Panic Cities.
Right, but
you
still, he'll be fine. It's still over 50%.
Oh wow.
So I'm so concerned.
I'm. Here's the thing: is like
I feel like I'm not to cut you off. I feel like
ahead.
people. I think they're just.
They want to be optimistic.
I don't know what the right word is here. They are being ignorant to the fact that like he is such a linchpin for this team.
I know.
Where the only reason why we are at 36-29 is because of the pitching.
Right.
We were talking about the All-Star game, and I put up a tweet on the 7line account today, like what Met position players are worthy of the honor, and everyone's like none.
There's really none.
Nobody. So
Kevin Pillar, just for like moral reasons, maybe, but otherwise, no. There's really no
one. Even after he retires, he should still get to play in the All-Star game.
There's no one that's really like stood out, but it's also just. I don't know. The thing about deGrom is he insists that all of the injuries aren't connected. Like they're not resulted from overcompensating one for the other. And you know what? I don't know if that's true or not, whatever. But it is, I'm pretty sure the lat and his shoulder they all said that was from hitting.
Right,
so, and as fun as it has been to watch him literally have more RBIs than runs he's given up as a pitcher, when he bats, he needs to stand with the bat on his shoulder, at least for the next couple of starts. I love him. I love watching him hit, but stop. Just calm down. You need to pitch.
Well, if you think about it too, like,
and I know that's just not in his nature, and he's not going to do that.
Well, think about it. How many games this year that he's come through really helped the Mets win the game as well? So it's like you don't want to take the bat out of the guy's hands, especially now it's automatic out.
When you're a professional athlete and a competitor, you're just not going to do that. You're not just going to like turn it off, especially him.
Right.
But it's just like that's when it's like, damn, maybe we do need the DH because. Would those two injuries have happened if he wasn't swinging a bat? And is it because maybe they went a whole year without needing to swing a bat and now all of a sudden they're doing that again? Who knows?
We got Josh checking in. What's up, Josh? Happy Father's Day. He wrote, shut him down, please. Literally begging. And I'm with him. If you follow Josh on Twitter, Ocean Sky 18, he's been writing this as well. You know, the past couple of times he's been pulled out, or got pulled from the game. Sit him. Yeah. Sit him for a little bit.
How many more starts does he have before the All-Star break? Maybe 2 or 3?
2 or 3. Yeah.
Just sit him.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, and listen, if the Mets are really going to fall apart that quickly, that badly without Jacob deGrom, though it's 3 games. You know what I mean? It's at the end of the day, it's a difference in 3 games.
I hope he does line up if he is going to pitch and get through this to the All-Star break. I hope he's pitching when we're in Pittsburgh because that would be sick.
True.
So Pittsburgh, LA, and Philly all sold out. LA went up, I think, on Friday. My days are so screwed
Wednesday.
up.
It was a Wednesday.
Okay, so Philly went up.
Why are you confusing your Wednesdays and Fridays?
I'm so shot right now. Seriously, I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. Back to... Whatever. I'm going to talk about something in a second now. But all the outings so far, the away games are sold out. Next up is Boston. That's on 9/21, the 20-year anniversary of Mike Piazza's epic,
home run,
but it's weird to use the word epic because it was epic and monumental and memorable, but it was historic,
monumental,
and it meant so much to a lot of people on right after 9/11, first game back. So that's going to be the 20-year anniversary in Boston. The only thing I'm waiting on right now, to be completely honest with the fans, is the pricing of the tickets themselves, because when we take up that many seats, they're not always the same price point. So the way that we do it is, let's say we have 1,000 tickets at $60. I'm just throwing a number out there, and then 300 tickets at $63. We just take the average and figure out what that price is.
Were you saying that this happened with LA too? Because I feel
it did happen with LA.
We talked about
that
this
out,
with LA.
and that's how we came out with the average tickets. So I told them, I'm like, listen, we're completely sold out now. I'll take as many tickets as you can put on reserve, because they give me 30 days to give tickets back if we have to give tickets back, but we never really do. So trying to figure that out, but they are doing the concession credit again.
That was awesome. It's gonna be the same section we were in.
Same sections, right field. We're gonna take as many as we can. Hope maybe John Henry will come by again. That'd be pretty cool.
That was so cool.
And we'll have a fun time. But you know what? Even then, it was almost like the Red Sox went on to win the World Series that year. We were going nowhere, and John Henry came over to be like, "Oh, thanks for coming and spending your money here." But it was almost like they knew they were destined for great things. They're like, "Oh, look at these poor little Mets fans here." Having fun in our ballpark on a Saturday.
Let's pay them a visit. No, I thought it was very classy though. It was very nice.
Oh, absolutely. So check in on if you go to YouTube and just type in Boston outing, you'll see a little recap from that day. But so tomorrow we have an outing at Citi Field.
Plus there's a huge Mets contingent. There they are.
And if you guys watched last week's show, we talked about the gift cards.
Yes.
And I have
still looking
gift
for mine.
Cards. Yeah. Well, are you going tomorrow?
I can't. I'm in a volleyball league on Tuesday nights now.
Yeah. You're so active. It's
great. I just started last week, so I'll be playing volleyball.
So we wrote about this in the little teaser on Twitter about like some topics for the show.
Oh.
These are gift cards that I will be giving out for free tomorrow at the Seven Lines tailgate party.
There's a lot of them.
Let me count them up really quick. Actually, can you count these really quick while
you talk? I'll count.
Yeah, I'll pull up the little blog post here to talk about tomorrow's tailgate party, because we're going to be out there by around 4:00, and I wasn't sure if Elvis was going to be able to make it or not, but he texted me that he will be coming. He will be setting up. We are going to be having a grand old time. I almost said great and grand together. So we'll be having a great time out there at Citi Field before we head in for the game against the Braves. So head on down, type in Marina Lot if you're looking for the address, type it into like Google Maps or whatever. If not, it's Marina East, Corona, New York, 11368, and it'll show you where to go. We're going to be hanging out there from about 4 till, I don't know, 6:15, 6:30, and then we'll head in there for the first pitch. But these gift cards here, do you know how many we have?
All 36 of them.
36 gift cards. They are worth $15.25 each, and the reason why they are $15.25 is, do you remember?
It's how much a tall boy costs.
How much a Coors Light cost in the ballpark.
Oh, the big ones, right?
Yeah, but you had to say Coors Light, of course.
I'm sorry.
So these are from Coors Light. So Coors Light's hooking you guys up with a free beverage. If you don't drink beer, you're not of age, or you just don't like to drink, whatever the case may be, you can still use this on other beverages in the ballpark, and I think other concession stands as well. So
yes.
If you want a free beer or free whatever you want to spend it on, thank you so much to Coors Light.
The best.
And come on down to the tailgate party. I'm sure these will go pretty quick. I am going to keep one for me. So how many are left now?
35
left. Come on down tomorrow. And it's a little Tuesday tailgate, which we haven't done in a long time.
That's going to be fun.
Shout out to Mike Meenan. He's going to be there.
Hi, Mike.
The Greenfields are going to be there. Shouty's going to be there. A bunch of people are going to be showing up. So it's going to be a fun time.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be hanging out. You know, it's weird because I think we talked about this last week too. I don't know. Every episode, every show kind of meshes together. Yeah. McKellar's closed, obviously.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
McFadden's is closed. The Pine is closed. Did we talk about this last week? The Pine is closed. Yeah. There's no place else to go. Right. So we're going to be tailgating on a Tuesday, which we haven't done since the World Series.
Oh, those were the best tailgates, though.
They weren't well attended because it was cold.
But that's what made them
and people
fun.
wanted to be inside.
But it was. That was. Oh, I can't. I'll talk for hours. That was so much fun.
Talk. We have 33 minutes.
No, I loved the playoff tailgates because it almost felt like football tailgates because it was so cold. But like it was just like because it was so different than every tailgate you've been to all summer. It felt like it was obviously something. What's wrong?
Another IL list update.
Who?
From your friend, Andy Martino.
Andy.
So now Gesellman's headed to the injured list as well. He has a lat issue. So
all right, well,
not ideal. Fuego also hit the IL.
That I saw.
On Saturday. And now we got Gesellman on the IL.
Did he have to bat yesterday when he was pitching on Sunday?
I don't think so.
No, he started.
So. Yeah, but he only lasted a couple innings.
But he didn't
get to they didn't get to the ninth spot.
I was going to say, if that was another swinging lat issue.
I'm not joking about Scherzer being a Met by next month.
Let's do it. I would love it. And Scherzer is one of those pitchers that I just like love to abuse because like he's just so easy and fun to make fun of. But I would also
like Andy Martino.
Stop. No, not like Andy Martino. No, but I would also just love to like drink the tears of Nationals fans, like having to watch Max Scherzer pitch for us because that's like their golden boy. So
yeah,
that'd be really fun. But he's also hurt, right? So I don't.
Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah. He's hurt now, but
what's he gonna do?
Maybe they're just being smart and shutting him down, like they should probably do with the Mets. But,
right.
The Mets really can't afford it as much. The Nationals are already kind of poo-pooing the season away, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, obviously not great timing for another pitcher to hit the IL. I guess we'll see what happens. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through here to see if there's any other juicy news.
Looking for that page 7.
Well, this isn't really page 7, but let's give the fans a little update on this if they haven't seen it yet. I don't know if you did.
What is that?
Came out a little bit ago. Not Pete Alonso wearing jorts. Hold on, let me change that to something else here. Tacoma came out because remember the Mets were doing an investigation after the whole Mickey Callaway stuff, and they had their own process to figure out what's going on. And
which Mickey Callaway was finally fired like a couple weeks ago,
Yeah,
which
it
is
took long enough.
ridiculous, but okay.
So this is from Tacoma. The Mets will part ways with General Counsel David Cohen and HR, or Human Resources Senior VP Holly Linval.
I didn't see this.
In the wake of the team's investigation into workplace practices, those two will stay on in a transition period until their roles can be filled. He also went on in the second tweet that says the news came as part of a letter Steve Cohen sent to the employees. It also detailed Mets plans to expand their anti-harassment and anti-discrimination policy and non-fraternization, dating, and romantic relationships policy, improve their process for HR complaints and responses.
Wow.
So that's the latest from that.
I'm actually pleasantly surprised because I did read that whole long story of the whole Mickey Callaway, whatever, and all of the the Mets related aspects of that story. And I remember reading about those two names. So I'm glad that they actually did something. Would have been nice if it was quicker, but you know what?
Well, these kind of types of things need to, take time. But
and again, innocent until proven guilty. I do believe that, but I also believe victims. So it's a double-edged sword there, but they got it done. So that's good.
So speaking of the All-Star game, going back to that.
Yes. Back to baseball.
Yeah. Did you see the promo? Well, let me backtrack. The other day, Pete Alonso, who said he was let me start this off by saying I am a big Pete Alonso fan. I'm not shitting on Pete Alonso.
Right.
I love the guy. I wanted to succeed. I think he's a great fixture in the clubhouse.
We love Pete.
He's great with the fans and everything and so on and so forth.
We love his mom.
Yeah, his mom's great. The Donnie Stevenson stuff, I think, as the ship has sailed for me.
I agree. I did chuckle at the irony of how Pete said he was deleting social media to focus on real life and then re-upped his social media to
glad
post
you're saying this because I was about to say the same
video
thing.
of a fake person.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I feel like I could have gotten on board with it if they won or had a big night that night, but they sucked that night. So I was like, oh, it's Donnie
Pete's
Stevenson.
Been underwhelming as well.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's more of inside jokes with the team.
Yeah.
Getting laughs within each other than it is supposed to be a rallying cry for fans, which whatever, that's their process. That's fine. But I'm kind of over it at this point as well, unless, it can be a better, if Donnie Stevenson can start doing his job a little better because the Mets bats short of Lindor have not been great. Is this a new one?
You didn't see this?
I didn't see this.
All right, so I'm not playing the audio, but the Mets put out a video this morning about 2 hours ago of Donnie Stevenson helping Pete Alonso exercise at Citi Field and give him motivation. It's all about basically voting for Pete for the All-Star game. There's a little link there if you want to click that.
Oh, if that's what
voting.
It's for.
That's what this is for, yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like, I don't know who said it. It was Shannon, Miss Met. This almost seems like 2 months too late.
Yeah. And I think
trying to stretch the joke. I don't know if you watch Saturday Night Live or whatever, things or South Park will talk about something because it's so recent they can get it in.
Right.
But now it's come on, it's 2 months later.
I understand there was somebody in the Mets marketing department who was oh, we can use this as a way to make him marketable for the All-Star game and whatever. And that's great. But again, this would have been nice month and a half ago. At this point, it's just unless Pete after that went on a tear and you could attribute it to that and then maybe you can get away with it. But you know what this video reminds me of though? Do you remember the vitamin water commercial that he did with the situation? Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah.
And that was also well timed because that was after his bad year in 2009. It was supposed to be oh, well, how are you going to bounce back this season?
Right.
If you have not seen it, not right now, after the show. Go on Google or YouTube and search David Wright the situation.
All the quality sucks.
I know.
You can't find a really crystal clear.
It got worse over time.
Yeah, the vitamin water
but
commercial.
It's really funny.
It's great. And that's the height of the situation. That was the height of Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
You probably had to pay him so much money.
I know.
Then he went bankrupt or something.
He's doing great. Can we talk about this for a second?
Sure, I got it.
Okay. I'm not even I didn't even watch Jersey Shore at the time. I really don't even watch it now, but sometimes it'll be on in my house. And Mike, the situation, he went to jail for tax evasion or something but at the time that he got busted for it, he was a big alcoholic. He went to rehab. He turned his life completely around. And now he speaks to young alcoholics and people about how you can change your life. He's doing great. He's an inspiration. So
okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, shout out to him. I don't know if he's a Mets fan.
Sorry. I love the situation.
If he is, he could maybe come. I know Snooki is. Snooki's a Mets fan. She used to go to Citi Field once in a while with Gianni was his name.
See, you know more than I do.
I know a couple things.
All right, perfect.
So speaking of Mets stuff and all that.
Are we speaking of Mets stuff?
We're about to. Today I heard somewhere is like National T-shirt Day, which I didn't even know was a thing.
How do you, 13 years into this, you don't know what National T-shirt Day is?
There's like National like Chicken Finger Day. There's
I know.
National everything.
It's one of my favorite days.
So today is National T-shirt Day. I think it's called that, or International T-shirt Day, or whatever it may be. But Project Repat USA, great friends of the show, they can do great things with your T-shirts, your old T-shirts, your old jerseys, whatever it may be. Go to Project Repat USA on Instagram. Simply follow their account, and you're put in the running to win a free T-shirt quilt. At the end of each month, they select one Mets fan. So make sure your profile photo is something Mets related, or maybe at a Mets game, orange and blue, and they will select one person to win one of their great T-shirt quilts. They have over 500,000 happy customers, and they're handmade in North Carolina and Texas. You pick your quilt size, you pick out your shirts, you send it to them. They cut them out, they sew them together, and they mail it back to you. It's a great service. So check them out, especially for today being National T-shirt Day.
Absolutely.
You could check them out. So follow their account, Project Repat USA, and also go to their website, projectrepat.com, to start your order today. And they always have promo codes. So if you go to the website, a box will come up. You put your email address in there. I'm on the mailing list. They don't bother you like every day with an email. So
perfect.
Yeah, get involved and get your T-shirt quilt.
Celebrate the day.
Great friends of the show, and awesome products. So speaking of just the Mets, because that's what we do over here, right? I saw you have a piggy bank.
I do have a piggy bank.
Well, what's it about?
So I first got this piggy bank. I'm not sure when it was gifted to me, but I had it for a while. And in 2013, I was 17 years old.
Oh my God.
And I'm sorry about that one. I was 17 years old. I was working at Abercrombie Kids. And so I was just saving all of my money because I really wanted to go to the All-Star game. And that was at the time where you need to buy like the full strip that gets you into the Home Run Derby, the Futures game, whatever. It was very expensive.
Where the hell is this? Did you put it on?
It was on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we don't have a photo of it. But so I took my Mets piggy bank and I wrote on it, like, send Julia till the All-Star game, donations accepted. And I like left it on my kitchen counter. So like whenever my dad would come home with like loose change, you could just throw it in there. And anybody who happened to come over who had a few bucks could throw it in there. And I kept it.
Oh, it was on your story.
Years. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is just not even helpful at all.
It's all good.
It was yesterday. We're not going to find it.
It's gone. It's gone.
But whatever, I pulled it out of whatever cave it's been hiding in for the past, 8 years? Is it
13, you said?
Yeah.
8 years.
8 years. And
it's 2021.
Sorry, time is fake, as we know. I flipped it over and I just wrote send Julia to the playoffs, because now I'm like a whole adult, kind of. And I have actual bills for the first time in my life when the Mets might actually be good. 2015, I was still living at home, whatever, I could save money. But now if the Mets were to just go to the playoffs and I had to like sporadically pull money for playoff tickets out of my butt, I don't think I could do that. So I am starting to save now. I've decided, occasionally I'll get paid in cash for work. So all of like the big bills I get, I'll just put in the bank. And the smaller ones,
the big bills go in the bank.
No, because you know what? I mostly get like
what's
smaller ones, like
5,
and like 10
singles?
10 and under.
Okay.
Yeah, everything bigger I'll just put in there because it's rare that I'll get like that big or whatever. So that's what I'm doing, and then
what's a strip, like $1,000?
Huh?
How much is a strip? I can't remember.
I don't even remember the playoff tickets cost.
Well, I'm sure they're going to go up.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. As I feel like they're going to be even more expensive. I remember, but we got good deals. Like I
can't remember. Oh, we did.
Yeah, like the face value, and that's why I'm so afraid of like anything on like it's gonna be crazy. But do you have a
plan now?
I don't.
No, I'm not saying with us at all. So I don't even know how you'd get a strip.
I know,
because it's always
I'm gonna have to buy them on like StubHub or whatever. And
you gotta get back in the group next season,
Darren. I know. I'm finally trying. That's why I need to save money. And that's the thing. The best way to make the playoffs, my piggy bank will just be to buy my 7-line strip for next season.
Not to spill the tea for Lizzie or whoever else has worked here. If you work here, you get your home package for free anyway. So, but you don't get the playoff strip for free.
No, I know. That's
so
fine.
It's like I pay for tickets for the staff. But playoffs, you're on your own.
Well, you have to be, because that would be insane. But no, I understand.
Yeah, you can't drop like a G per person.
No, that's crazy. But it's fine. I will figure it out. But that's the whole thing. And somehow, if the Mets the season away and they somehow don't end up going to the playoffs, then I have either
they'll be in the playoffs.
Monies to pay bills or money to do whatever. So that's my plan. But I'm a little nervous because since I started my piggy bank, the Mets have lost 2 games.
Oh, no.
So maybe.
You see the girl that updates her chalkboard every day?
Huh?
The chalkboard that she changes every day?
Yes.
I can't remember her name, but I retweet it every time I see it. So every time the Mets win, she changes the opponent and changes the record. It reminds me of, if you ever see Fever Pitch?
Yes. Love that
And Fever
movie.
Pitch, I feel like they show the record, or he's doing something with that. But I don't know how I didn't do this yet. We're like 40 minutes in.
Post it on your wall.
Share the show if you want to be put in the running to win some free stuff. This is the last week that we're giving away the Coors Light stuff because I have some new ideas for next week. So
love that.
This week we're giving away, just like we've been for the past, I don't know how long. The reason why we're going to stop it this week is because we're running out of certain sizes of these. So these are the short sleeve hooded Coors Light T-shirts. This is not a Coors Light promotion. We just have these and we're giving these away because we're nice people. And it says Mets on the front, Coors Light on the sleeve, and also the tumbler there, which you can unscrew it and slide in your Coors Light seltzer or pour it out into there if you want it. But share the show right now if you're watching on Facebook.
Post it on your wall.
Post it on your wall. If you're watching on Twitter, hit the retweet button. If you're listening afterwards as a podcast, just do one or the other next week. Before next week, and we will put you in the running to win. We're going to do this a little early now because last week I almost forgot. So last week's winner on Twitter is at Stack Styles, StackStiles, and on Facebook, a familiar face and name, Rebecca Graziano.
Yay, Rebecca!
So shout out to you guys. I will contact you. I'm all caught up. Can you believe it? I'm all caught up from every other week of people that I've owed stuff to. I'm all caught up. So now I will hook you guys up and
Isn't
hit
it
you
such
up.
a great feeling?
Yeah, and Rebecca, if you're going to the game tomorrow, I'll just bring it there and I'll save the shipping.
Perfect.
So let me know if you're watching live. If not, I'll send you a little message later. But
awesome.
next week we're going to switch it up. In years past, I mean, I'm kind of jumping the gun here because now I'm putting the Mets on the spot.
Let's do it.
In years past, the Mets used to send us the promotional goods ahead of time. So like, let's say they were doing a Pete Alonso bobblehead, we'd get it ahead of time and we'd show it and say, hey, if you want this, go to Mets.com or whatever. And if you don't go to the game and you want one, we have 2 for free.
Cool.
So I hit them up last week and say, hey, we used to do this. Can we get back in the mix? And I'm sure they're going to say, yes, we did it for like 4 years. So I think going forward, we're going to start giving away the giveaways on the show.
Cool.
Which ends up being like a crazy gift because like some of the bobbleheads here, like the Noah Syndergaard Thor bobblehead we gave out a couple years ago, like
somewhere
those ones that were like going for like $200 on eBay, you know?
Insane.
Not saying you should win just to give shit away or sell it, but that's the story.
Valuable.
Look at my watch. My watch is being held together
Did you zip tie
by a zip tie.
My, how the tables have turned.
I went on Amazon today to buy a replacement band, and it's going to not be here till Friday. So I got a freaking zip tie holding my watch together.
God.
And
I'm so crafty though.
I'm so addicted to this thing now because like the step counter, it also keeps track of my miles an hour when I go to the track. So like I like to have that.
You're like a robot.
So I like to be I feel weird without it now. I used to never wear a watch and now I do.
Yeah, that's smart.
So that's the story. Group chats. Let's talk about group chats really quick and why they're either good or bad.
There is no in between.
Did you see my text yesterday morning?
Which
about group chats?
No.
Okay. Oh
I don't know. I was behind on the times yesterday.
Yesterday, I got about 45 text messages from strangers.
What?
Because this guy I know put me in a group chat with 19 strangers.
Was it a boomer?
No.
Then that's bad.
To say Happy Father's Day. Probably the other
etiquette.
guys he knows that are dads.
Right.
So it started at 6:30 in the morning yesterday. So I'm getting texts from strangers. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
This
You
is
too.
terrible texting etiquette.
But
I never do that to strangers.
Not everyone has an iPhone, so I couldn't get out of it. So there's a thing on the bottom that says like, there's like a bell you could hit to like stop the alerts, and they wouldn't stop. And I couldn't take myself out of it. I was getting them until like 8 o'clock last night.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
That's I
don't know if he watches the show. Great guy. I'm friends with him, friend of my family and everything. But like,
but don't do it again.
Don't do that. Send me a text.
I have older family members who will sometimes do that. And it's like, it's very.
Couldn't get out of it.
No, the good thing about that, though, most of the time it's family. So like you do know most of the people in it. But then when you end up with like random people, it's like, it's not great.
No.
Especially when it's not all iPhones.
You know what, too? Like, I'm not big on Father's Day. I feel like I don't know who was it like Hallmark? Did Hallmark just decide there's gonna be like whatever? It's cool. Like I don't want to be a Debbie Downer here. I'm not
really
big on like Father's Days or like I want to give Kelly her shine too. But like a lot of this stuff is just like fabricated to like.
I feel like
it's very like corporate. I feel
like social media also has made
birthdays.
Certain holidays.
Let's celebrate birthdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social media has also made like
National T-shirt Day.
certain like holidays just because like you can. Like you can make posts about them. You can have specials about them, like online deals or whatever. I just think they've gotten more big and ridiculous.
Commercialized.
Over time. Yeah.
So.
But happy Father's Day.
Yeah, that's the story. That's the story. I hope you guys took care of your dads though with something cool.
Mhm.
And especially if you are friends of the show, you would have went to Dugout Mugs to pick out a Dugout mug. So they are running the special as well. They're keeping it running for the 35% off. So just use the promo code 7LINE, the number 7 LINE. If you are a Mets fan, you can go up here in the search bar, type in Mets. I actually put something in the cart already, so check this out. The baseball bat mugs are normally, let me see, $64.99, worth every penny.
Right.
And if you hit the checkout and type in 7LINE, you get $22.74 off.
Wow.
So a great deal, comes out to $42.25. They're made down in Florida. They take the top of a baseball bat, cut it off, and turn it into a 12-ounce mug. Very smart idea. Genius, actually. And they also have the options for the wine mugs. They have the bottle openers. They have a whole bunch of different stuff. So go over to dugoutmugs.com and don't forget to use our promo code 7LINE, the number 7 LINE, and you'll get your 35% off at checkout. So that's pretty freaking sweet.
Bargain.
I know tomorrow people will definitely have them at the tailgate party. So don't forget to swing by. Speaking of a Debbie Downer, you are a Debbie Downer.
In what way? I mean, I'm not denying it, but in what way?
How is it possible
Oh, the trumpets. It's the fucking
that
trumpets.
you don't like Narco?
It's not. That's really impressive.
Thank you.
That was really good. I thought you were pressing a button at first.
No, I can't. I get in trouble. If you
That's
play
true.
music here,
We
that's
can't use
trademarked, you
anything
get in
that's like
trouble.
licensed. But
So all you fact checkers can just spam hate Julia in the comments.
I've been getting it for weeks. It's fine. Maybe a week. I think I tweeted like
No,
the
it's been a couple weeks.
whatever. But so it's not even I hate the song so much. It's just like they started this the first series of the year. I remember if he didn't pitch opening
he
day,
picked it before the season started, so
right,
he was already
and that's
getting fired
fine.
up.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah.
I don't mind that I understand he picked the song and it was completely his choice, and that's fine. But at the start, it was the first series of the year. They had already had filming Mr. and Mrs. Met. They took the time to purchase Mr. and
You're
Mrs.
saying
Met
it's
large
forced?
trumpets, so everyone will air trumpet around the stadium. And let's be real, when drunk adults are air trumpeting, they just look like they're doing something inappropriate. It's not great. And I just think at the time, nobody gives a crap about Jared Kelenic anymore, and as they shouldn't. But at the start of the season, everyone couldn't stop talking about how he's going to get called up soon, whatever.
Right.
And Diaz, who's Cano's not even playing, whatever. Do I think they wanted to make Diaz's walk-up song as exciting as Danza Kuduro used to be for Jairus Familia? Yes. Do
Yeah.
I think they wanted him to have a thing to make you psychologically look forward to Diaz coming in? Yes. I don't hate the song. I don't hate that Diaz gets hyped up by the trumpets. He's been pitching phenomenally, short of the one blown save he's had, but whatever. Great. I'm glad it works. But I myself will not air trumpet at a stadium. And if you do it, I will judge you. I think it's cringy. That's all.
That's okay.
I hate the trumpets. It's not the song. It's just the air trumpeting, whatever. But then they started playing
Matthew
it at
says
Nationals
you're
Park.
overthinking this.
I'm not. I'm really not, Matthew.
Eileen
I
loves
promise.
the trumpets. Eli loves the trumpets.
Everyone loves the trumpets. I know I'm on my own on this one, but it was stupid. How did they have big trumpets ready the first
Listen,
series of the year?
I ordered trumpets.
Of course you did, because you're you. But that's what I'm saying. It's not even like, oh, okay, a homestand went by. It's not like a homestand went by like, oh, people are into the trumpets. Let's dive into that. Let's get Mr. and Mrs. Met. They had trumpets.
So you're saying it's forced?
It's forced.
Is it more forced than Donnie Stevenson?
No. Nothing's more forced than that right now.
Well, I don't know. Back
That's
to
all.
Donnie, but I don't know if it was also Miss Met, but it was like awfully convenient that Pete also has these T-shirts to sell. That Donnie's still sticking around. You know what I mean?
But listen, I support Pete in all of his endeavors.
Of course.
I just hope
And that's not me talking shit either. I
Right.
think that Pete should make his bread. You know,
Right.
the same as even though we don't like Trevor Bauer, he's smart as
yeah.
fuck
No,
for
completely.
like selling his T-shirts
As
and
much
starting
as
his
a
merch
douche as
brand.
Trevor Bauer is, he's
Yeah.
very smart.
Every player that has the platform and has the star power and the following should turn a
Mhm.
profit somehow
Make
besides
your
their
money.
paycheck.
You never know what could happen tomorrow.
Yeah. And
Make
you know,
your
I'm
money.
friendly with some of Pete's people and stuff. And this isn't me
Yeah.
talking like
No, we
I
love
don't like
Pete.
the Donnie stuff really. Like in the beginning, I was like all about it, but it's
Yeah.
like a couple weeks ago,
I
or
know.
months ago, whatever
I
it is
know.
now. But like whatever, Donnie is what it is. But I wrote down here besides the new Churv gesture, which a lot of guys are getting behind, and now Mr. Churv is on the
I
IL.
know.
What else do we have? The salt and pepper shakers, the hit towels.
Oh, like our rallying cries. Oh, the claw a few years ago.
The claw.
2011. That was a Jose Reyes thing.
Was there anything else that they like the guys would do, or things that like
They did.
I have a salt and pepper shaker behind us. Did you ever see that thing? Look at this.
I'm blind right now. I can't see. Oh shit!
Look at that.
Oh my god!
This was
that's
mailed to us.
Fancy.
An apple on the top. Yeah, it's painted. Damn, they should have put their name on it.
They should put the year.
A
on
whole
it,
family
too.
made this.
That's
they
so cool.
Collectively worked on this, but
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Did you ever hear the story of when Kara brought salt and pepper shakers
to the
season?
game? She in trouble?
They were sitting in the upper deck and like somebody had just gotten a big hit or something. It's great. You should be able to see it. It's great. Somebody got a big hit. I don't know. They were like waving the salt and pepper shakers and Kara dropped one. Can't remember if it was the salt or the pepper.
Over the side?
And it crashed on the ground and it was glass. And so security came rushing
boy.
up to the section thinking it was like a crime, like someone was trying to hit someone. And she's like, no, I just dropped my salt shaker that I brought to the game.
Like, what is wrong with you? That's what they probably looked at like what? Like the security goes, what is wrong with you guys? You're adults.
I wasn't there, though. It probably would have been me if I was. So I can't knock it too much. But no, that was a fun time. I don't know. Like the claw, the towels was fun.
We made hit towels.
I remember those. Was that 2015? Or
I don't know.
It was a little.
We definitely had the
earlier?
license because we made them through licensing, and actually they brought them into the dugout. They were in the dugout for a little bit.
I remember that.
That was pretty sick.
It was sick.
I don't know if the fact checkers want to check. And again, if you're new to the show, that's not a diss. The fact checkers.
No, we love the fact checkers.
We feel like this is a community-based show. Obviously, you watch the show. We see so many familiar faces in the comments here.
And again, it's live, and we're just talking out of our butts half the time. So sometimes shit we say is wrong. So we need to be told that so we can correct ourselves. So fact checkers are good.
Absolutely. Speaking of something else that's good, that is Coors Light, and you guys should definitely be stocking up on it. If you are of age and you drink beer, you should definitely be drinking Coors Light. So use Drizly. That's how you get your deliveries in time. I know they deliver super quick. Julia is also a fan of Instacart.
Love Instacart.
I always pull up. You know what? Next week, maybe we'll give Instacart some shine here on the show.
Love it.
If you're watching live, you can see how easy the website is to use. Basically, just type in your address, you type in Coors, and then you could select what you want. I put in 41 Seaver Way for City Field. And you can see here in the corner, it says Super Deli in Flushing will deliver within 60 minutes. So you could stock up. We know you got the tailgate party tomorrow, and make sure either the sunglasses or the Rockies are nice and blue, ready to go, nice and cold.
Why don't we have sunglasses?
We have sunglasses. I got to switch them out.
I
have the sunglasses.
It's summertime. We should have the sunglasses.
First day of summer, you guys want to stock up on your Coors Lights. And great friends of the show. We appreciate everything they've done for us so far. And we got some great stuff planned for the future as well. So go to Drizly, go to Instacart. Stock up on your Coors Lights. Always remember to celebrate responsibly. And Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. So I did have quite a few, not quite a few. I don't want to sound like a lush here. I had a responsible amount of Coors Lights by the pool yesterday. But if you saw my tweet, if you ever want to get like your buzz on a little early, you have Kelly make you a drink. Because I
cannot wait for the 4th of July.
I had some Coors Lights, America Party coming up soon.
America Party.
I had some Coors Lights in the fridge ready to go. And then she's like, oh, I thought we were going to have one of these. Like she has like this recipe for, which she probably doesn't follow because mine was so strong, for like a lemonade, vodka, whatever. So she gives it to me and I take a sip and I'm like, like, like that face you make when you're like, wow, like it was good, but it was like strong. She's like, I don't think I made it that strong. So I tasted hers and she's like, maybe I poured the vodka twice in yours. And none in mine.
Oops, how could this have happened?
Happy Father's Day. So, yeah, it was pretty cool watching the game out in the backyard with a little vodka to start it off and some Coors Lights to wash it down. It was great. It was a fun day. So tomorrow, make sure that you come on down.
Plus, there's a huge Mets contingent.
We're going to be in the parking lot starting at around like 4 o'clock and going for a couple hours. If you are tuning in late, the free money, free $15.25 we're giving to each person that shows up that's sitting with us tomorrow. And
each person.
Each person.
The gift cards?
The gift cards, if you're sitting with us.
First 35 people.
First 34 people, because I kept one.
No, it was 36.
Okay.
So it's 35.
First 35 people to show up will get a $15 gift card thanks to Coors Light that you could use in the game for either a tall boy or if you don't drink, you don't want to drink, you're not of age, you could use it on a different beverage, water, soda, whatever.
Oh, speaking of people not of age, but someone who is one step closer to being of age, happy birthday to Gianna. She turned 17 this week.
No way.
Love that. Yes, love that for her. We love Gianna. She watches all the time.
Birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. I'm getting better at the soundboard. Last week, I didn't really do any sounds. And then
Okay.
we're back at it because I haven't done
Fact checkers, how many weeks did we make it without Darren doing the fart button? I would like
it
a
is week
number.
17. I probably stopped the fart button on like week 3.
That's true. But there's been a sporadic one here or there.
Well,
We stopped talking about poop as much.
that's
We
because the
went for a
zoo poo
while,
didn't work.
Yeah.
Don't buy zoo poo.
Don't buy zoo poo.
So if you guys follow Keith Blacknick, Media Goon, I saw he put something up. I don't have it pulled up here, but they finally broke ground across the street from Citi Field this past week.
No way.
So it kind of went under the radar. De Blasio was out there. And if you want to go to Media Goon's website and check it out. He has like a couple paragraphs up there. I read it earlier today when I was enjoying my salad for lunch that I crave. People think that's bullshit, but I really do like crave salad now.
I get
crazy.
that. I get that.
So yeah, they broke ground. It's going to take them many years just to clean out all the toxic crap that's in the ground.
Crazy.
From
When do you think that will actually be?
I think they said by
something?
2024 they plan to have like a school already built.
A school.
and housing.
School there?
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole neighborhood. You know how big that is?
I know. Okay, but you're not like right next to the stadium.
No.
Like, that would be
That's going to be a whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's going to be a school. There's going to be housing, and there's also going to be like retail. So like probably more parking, and then hopefully the Seven Line Saloon will finally make its way down there. So yeah, that's the story over there. So people are asking if the chop shops are gone. They've been gone. They've been doing it in waves.
Yeah.
So the way that it works is there was like 4 waves. There's still some there, which are still working.
Like, I've walked past that area so many times this year, and I haven't even noticed a difference because it was just always garbage. It never
well, directly across from the stadium now is flat.
Yeah.
But on the
like the corner,
the northeast corner.
Those words mean nothing to me.
The northeast corner, closest to the marina, basically, is still the
We're on
shops.
the same page.
So that's the story. But happy Pride Month to everyone out there. Friday is Pride Day at Citi Field. I still have some of these stickers. So if you're going to be at the tailgate party tomorrow, if you're not watching and you're listening, they are Pride flag filled stickers. The 7 Line logo on there.
On the back of my
Julia's
phone.
got it on her phone. Yeah, we're not putting these in packages because I want them to go to good use, and not everyone appreciates and respects what this is all about, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So come on down to the tailgate party, and I'll have these tomorrow along with those gift cards. So we already did the winners. We went through our list, and the only thing else that we have to do is cross our fingers for Jacob deGrom.
That is true.
Because although he says he's fine, I don't buy it. And
I'm very nervous. I'm honestly more nervous for him hitting than pitching.
Yeah,
truly. I feel like I feel like he has such a good grip on his body, control of his body, and knows when he's pitching, when he needs to take himself out, whatever. But when he's hitting, I feel like he might not have that. One swing could be all it takes to just. I'm very, very scared, and I'm not going to be able to watch either. I have to go meet new clients, so I'm just going to be checking my phone in between, stressed out. So I'm very nervous.
Don't get stressed.
I have to.
It's going to be all right.
I'm a Mets fan.
So, all right, guys. We will see you next Monday, probably around the same time, 12 or 1, whatever. We kind of figure it out.
No, I'm not going to say that because we're going to drink responsibly on the 4th of July. We're going to be just fine.
Well, next weekend's on 4th of July.
Oh, my God.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Time is fake.
4th of July is 13 days from today.
Oh, my God. It's not this weekend?
No. You're shot.
I'm shot. All right, we
all
need to go. I gotta go take a nap.
All right, this girl's got to do something with her life. All right, we'll see you guys later. Don't forget to share the show and be put in the running for next week's prizes. Next week, we hope to give out some stuff from the Mets. If not, I'll think of some fun stuff for you guys. Don't forget, sign contest. Make some signs. Bring them to the games. Show us photos of your sign, and we'll pick out some winners. And we'll give you some free stuff as well. And if it gets on the broadcast, then you're probably automatically guaranteed to win something. So make a sign, shoot a photo, send it to us on Orange and Blue Thing, Twitter account, or just at me or Julia, and we will share it. So have fun, guys. I know I'm rambling now real quick, but just trying to get through it, and we will see you next week.
Happy 27th of June.
LFGM. Put it in the box. Put it in the box.
All of it.
All of it. Oh, well, one more. Let's do one more then.
This is absurd. I'm sorry. It's not a laughing matter.
Sorry.
All right, guys. See you later.